Imagine trying to build a house, but the pieces always fall down. Friends and family in your life seem to slip, fall, and break. No matter how hard you try, the ground keeps falling out from underneath you. It's hard to hope, and there's always something that tears apart your home. Every time you try to put the pieces back together, nothing seems to go where it's supposed to go. You tell everyone you are okay, but you realize promises only work in fairy tales. But then, sometimes people come along that understand. They know sadness can look a lot like anger, and the quiet silence sometimes is the loudest cry for help. They teach you no matter how many times something breaks, trust, hope, and love can be rebuilt. It may not look like it did before, but the walls stay up now because the person standing up for you is never going to let go.
My name's Alonzo Portlock, and I'm 3 years old, and I'm sitting on the front steps. My brother and I were waiting for my mother to come out and take us to the beach. So our mother's inside the house doing what she normally does. You know, she's probably getting high, but we're waiting for her on the steps. And all of a sudden, this woman comes out of the house and just stabs me in the back 4 times. After that, I don't remember anything. You know, I just blacked out. I'm 8 years old. My mother's still using the drugs and everything. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she decides, I don't want to be a mother anymore. Because now it's like, now what? Now what do we do? 30 minutes later, I'm in the system. I'm institutionalized now. That was real tough for me.
Hi, my name is Della Lago, and I'm the Executive Director for CASA. CASA has been serving these communities since 1999, and it is my privilege to serve as the director for the last 5 years. ENOTA stands for our judicial circuit, which is Lumpkin, White, Union, and Towns counties. And then CASA stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates. And simply, we advocate for children in foster care. When a child is found dependent through the judge and for the state, they are removed from the home. They're placed into foster care. This is a very traumatic time for children. But what happens is we have volunteers that step up. They hold that child's hand from the moment they enter foster care until they achieve permanency, whatever that looks like. Permanency could be reunifying with their parents. Permanency could be adoption. It could be a guardianship. Whatever that is, we want that child to find a safe, loving, and permanent home. And we need CASA volunteers in this community to advocate for those children.
Hi, my name is Pam Campbell. I live in Habersham County, Georgia, and I enjoy my work as CASA, Court-Appointed Special Advocate, because you get to see lives improved. You get to see children overcome problems that they have been put into from no fault of their own.
Hi, my name is Pamela Butler, and I am 6 years old. We've been traveling in the car for quite some time now, and it's cold. And tonight we'll be sleeping in the back of a U-Haul, and we don't have any blankets. And I don't know when we'll eat. Now I'm 7 years old. My mom just woke me up. She's yelling and running around and grabbing all of our stuff and grabbing my sister and myself. All my mom kept saying was, the cops are coming, the cops are coming. We ran outside, and she told me to hide under one of the cars. So I crawled underneath one of the cars in the parking lot, and I heard the cops come and the sirens and yelling, and they're grabbing my mom and arresting her and my stepfather. And they've got my sister, and everyone's yelling, and then the cop crawls under and grabs me out and puts me in the back of a police car, and I watched as my mom faded away.
So why be a volunteer? Well, I'll tell you, I don't have to convince anyone to help children in foster care. These children have experienced abuse and neglect that many of us will not. But we, as the adults in their very own community, are going to stand up for them and be their voice and make a difference in their story. What does it take to be a volunteer? It's simple. You have to be 21 years of age, pass a background check, and then go through our training course. Once you complete that, you're sworn in as an officer of the court. Sounds scary, but we're with you the whole way. And you are knowing everything about that child's life, helping them ensure that they have the educational needs met, their medical needs met, that they're getting sibling visits, all the services that they need. We know statistically, nationwide, that children that have their own CASA volunteer do better in school, they get all of their medical needs met, and they achieve a safe, permanent, loving home much faster. And many of these children, as they grow up, they continue to have a relationship with that adult, that CASA volunteer, because that child knows that volunteer is not there for any other reason but to lift up their voice and to change their story.
I'm glad I met my CASA because I don't have to live that life. I don't. A lot of people live that life because they have to, but I don't have to because I have an option. I have a CASA now. Because it was someone that took interest in me that I didn't have before, because when you're in these foster homes, you get lost. So I didn't feel alone. I felt like there was somebody there. There was someone there that wasn't there before. To me, my CASA was an all-star, you can say. He enlightened us. He turned the light on.
There are many ways you can help right here in your own community. You can become a CASA volunteer. Right now, we have many children that need their own adult CASA advocate. But we also need friends of CASA, people that will share the work that we do in this community, people that will donate to help the program continue. Just know that every dollar you donate, every hour that you give, not only is poured directly back into this community, but it impacts the lives of these children in this community. So please reach out to us. We'd love to get you connected. Join the fight with us. Help us stand against abuse and neglect for these children.
To give a child a CASA is to give them a voice, and to give them a voice is to give them hope, and to give them the hope is to give them the world. And I believe that with all my heart. I don't know what I'd do without my CASA. I don't want to imagine.